Okay, and then for the continuation, again, so we have Oswald Schmiedeberg. It's Oswald Schmiedeberg, Schmiedeberg. He is our father of modern pharmacology, and because eventually make pharmacology as a scientific discipline. So, yeah. So, pagbabalikan natin lahat, I hope matatandaan mo siya. We have ancient civilization. They use nature. We have your careful observation. Ayan. And eventually, they recorded the beneficial effects. Ayan. And these are the examples for the different countries. Before China, we have ginseng, okay, used as an energy booster. It has ginsenosides. We have for Egypt, they use honey for wound healing, burns, and infections. These are its characteristics. Then in India, we have turmeric used as an anti-inflammatory, has curcumin. It works in reducing inflammation by blocking inflammatory pathways. An antioxidant it helps protect cells from damage. And again, fully absorbed siya sa katawan. That's why we need piperine to significantly improve it. And then also we have garlic. It works against infections to treat them and to improve our digestion. It has a compound allicin, which has the different properties. And then these are just examples of the medicines that we have now that are still coming from natural compounds like aspirin, morphine, and quinine. Aspirin from willow tree, morphine for opium, and quinine from cinchona bark. And the different history, then we have Hippocrates is known as the father of medicine. Change niya yung perspective natin from yung medicine natin to um, observation instead of superstition. Then we have Just Curtis who wrote 600 plants, and without Google, without the gadgets that we have today, and by simply studying about it, we have now the book De Materia Medica. And then Galen is galing gumawa ng gamot. It's more on preparation of your medicinal formulations. In the Middle Ages, ayan, nagkaroon na ng sari-sariling work ng mga um, uh, pharmacists, doctors, and nurses. And then we have Renaissance is more of rebirth to become more curious again. Okay, there's researches, experimentation, development of new medicinal preparations. And then we have Paracelsus, proper amount required always. The dose makes the poison. And he is our father of modern toxicology. And lastly, we have the father of modern pharmacology, Oswald Schmidt. Yeah, ganun lang siya kadali, guys. Okay. Then next, we have the definition of terms. Okay? Some of it. So first, we have drug. Okay, ano bang meron sa drug natin? So it's any chemical substance. Any chemical substance or product, okay, that changes the normal function of our body. Yan. Yun actually yung pinaka-ano niya. Okay? Yung drug. Yan. Then we have pharmacology. The science, of course, that studies drugs. Yung pinaka-basic. And their effects on living systems, on living organisms. Ayan. Okay? And then we have medicine versus drug. Okay, ito yun eh. Sabi ko kanina, chemical substance that changes the normal function of the body, yun lang. And then for medicine versus drug, medicine is the practice of healthcare. Ayan. Okay. While drug is any substance used to diagnose, treat, sabi niya. Pero ang tatandaan nyo lang dito is, okay, all medicines, all medicines are drugs, but not all drugs are medicine. Wala. Parang siya. I-remove ko lang. Ayan. All medicines are drugs, but not all drugs are medicine. Drugs yan. Anyway, all medicines are drugs, but not all drugs are medicine. For example, si nicotine. Like, nicotine. Nicotine. Nicotine, drug siya. Okay, drug siya. Pero hindi natin siya kina-consider as medicine. Si paracetamol. Si paracetamol, ano, both siyang drug at medicine. Okay, yan. So, tatandaan nyo, si drug changes the normal function of the body. Yan. Si medicine siya talaga yan. Diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Okay? This is more of medical use talaga siya. Okay? Okay, ito tatandaan nyo. Yarn. Okay? And then we have pharmacist. Pharmacist, kami po yung tinatawag ng drug expert. Ayan. Drug expert daw kami. Pero syempre, hindi naman namin alam lahat. Kasi sobrang dami ng gamot na meron tayo. Of course, we still need information. Ayan. Kami rin po yung nagdi-dispense ng medications, provides counseling. Yes, amin dapat sila pumupunta for counseling. Ayan, so pharmacist. And then pharmacist, of course, ito yung profession, yung practice, and yung lugar. Okay, yung botika natin. So, magkaiba yun, no? Pharmacist, pharmacy. And then we have the two, sinabi ko rin last time, si dynamics saka si kinetics. Sinabing D, drug does to the body, the drug does to the body. Pag sinabing K, what the body, katawan, ayan, does to the drug. Andito sila absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion, or sila hindi. Okay? Ayan. So next, we have your therapeutic side effect, adverse effect. So yan, itong tatlong to. So therapeutic, more of the beneficial effect. Okay? So ano ba yung desired effect ng drug natin? Ano bang gusto niyang mangyari? Ayan. For example, si paracetamol, di ba yung desired effect niya is to lower your fever? Ayan. Yung insulin natin, ang desired niya effect niya is to lower your blood sugar. Ayan. So, ano ba yung pinaka-target ng drug natin? Ano ba yung pinaka-goal gusto mangyari ng drug natin? Ayan, therapeutic effect. The side effect naman is yung expected yan, expected effect natin in addition with your therapeutic effect. Pag sabi kasi side katabi, along the side. Ayan. Ayan. So, kung may therapeutic effect, meron din tayong side effect which is expected natin mangyayari. Okay? Pero usually, hindi naman siya masama. Usually, mild lang siya. Okay? Okay? So, for example, si antihistamine. Si antihistamine nakakapag-relieve siya ng allergy. Diba? Ang magiging side effect lang natin dun, inaantok tayo. Okay? Ayan. So, yan. Kasama niya. Ayan. Si adverse effects, of course, ito na yung unexpected natin na effect na kinakos ng drug. Ito, dito tayo nagkakaiba. Per tao, of course. Ayan. So, unwanted and potentially harmful effect of a drug. For example, kay penicillin, pwedeng mag-cause yun ng allergic reaction sa isang tao. So, tatandaan yun, no? So, it's mas seryoso tong effect na to as compared with your side effect. So, nangangailangan nito ng attention. Malay natin if kailangan i-stop yung pagbigay natin ng gamot doon sa ating patient. Then we have toxicity. So, toxicity, you are being too much. O, diba? Kahit sa gamot may toxicity, sumusobra ka na. Ayan. To a substance, degree to which a substance can cause harm or toxic effects. Kapag masyado nang mataas yung drug level sa ating katawan. So, nagkakaroon na ng, another word of course, overdose. Yan. Okay? Then, we have your contraindication, indication. Pag kontra, cannot give. Pag indication, I can. Or, ano yun? I need it. Ayan. Kailangan ko. Ayan. So, again, pag contraindication, bawal kong ibigay ito sa kanya. Okay? Should not be given because it may be harmful. Okay? Cannot give. And then for indication, for which a drug is appropriate and intended to be used, ano ba yung medical condition ng tao, or reason kung bakit binibigay ko tong gamot na to. Okay? Kaya I need it. And then lastly, we have generic or brand name. So generic, of course, official non-proprietary name of a drug that identifies its active ingredient, or ito yung official na scientific name rin ng ating drug. Kapag nasa reseta, ito yung naka-lower case. Yan. Minsan wala nga, hindi nila nilalagay yan. Pero ang tama is dapat talagang meron tayong generic name na ilalagay. Okay? And then of course, we have your brand names, the name given by the manufacturer. to market the drug. Okay? So, yung mga company natin. So, usually, ito yung nakakapitalize dun sa ating reseta. So, kunwari, sila Biogesic, ayan, sila Tempra, ayan, sila Tylenol, ayan, pare-pareho lang sila ng generic name who is paracetamol, which is paracetamol. Okay? So, ayan. So, we have brand name generic. Then, yung dalawa, contraindication, indication. I cannot give. Ito yung kailangan ko. I need it. Generic is the scientific name. The active ingredient. Brand name is given by the company. Toxicity being too much. And overdosing. Adverse effects. Unexpected effect that may cause harmful effect. Of course, side effect along the side. Ayan. Ito yung kasama ng therapeutic effect. Ayan. Which is expected. And therapeutic is the beneficial effect of a drug. Kinetics is drug what the body does to the drug, and dynamics is what the drug does to the body. Pharmacist and pharmacy, okay, we have drug, pharmacology, and medicine versus drugs. So I hope you would remember yung mga different definition of terms natin, okay? And then next, we would have the drug classifications. So, drug classifications, medyo madami-dami dito. Ayan. Diretso na tayo. Okay. So, sa amin kasi during the time, no, kapag nasa botika kami, ang madaming ano yan, madaming cabinet sa loob ng botika. Ayan, sa loob ng botika. And then, ang pinapagawa sa amin, pinapasulat lahat ng mga gamot na nasa botika. Kasi naka-classify yan. Ayan. Magkakaiba yan per botika. Kung gusto ba nila according to therapeutic, analgesic, and magkakasama yung mga OTC, magkakasama yung mga naka-ref, magkakasama yung mga inhalers natin, ganun. Ganun yung ginagawa. Bakit? Bakit kailangan i-classify? Siyempre, mas madaling mahanap. Okay? Lalo na pag madaming bumibili. Uh, 'Di ba? Mahirap kapag hindi mo memorize kung sino yung magkakatabi, okay? Sino yung magkakapareho ng effect. Ayan. Lalo na pag madaming brands, 'di ba? So mas madaling hanapin pag ganun yung nakaayos sila mabuti. Ayan. Kung sino yung magkakapareho. At saka mas maintindihan natin, mas magagamit sila natin tama. For example, like sa library natin, 'di ba? Naka-organize yung mga libro. Ganun rin sa mga supermarket, yung mga pagkain natin, 'di ba? Ganun din sa hospital, nakaayos yung mga patient records natin. So ayan. So we have your drug classifications. So, yung pinakauna, ayan, we have your therapeutic effect. Therapeutic effect, kung para saan ba sila ginagamit, what they are used for, ano ba yung intended clinical effect ng drug natin, ano ba yung trabaho ng drug natin. Okay? Ano ba yung pinaka-purpose niya? For example, ito, mga analgesic, antihypertensive, antipyretics, antibiotics, antidiabetics, antacids, antihistamines, so lahat ng mga yan. Ang mga anti-anti, ganun. Ayan. Sa pangalan nila, mostly ganun. Ayan. So, more of its therapeutic effect. Diba? Like for example, sa analgesic, it's to relieve pain. Ayan. Kay antihypertensive, of course, ano ginagawa nun? To lower your blood pressure. Ayan. For antibiotics, okay, for bacterial infections, for anti-diabetic, to lower your blood glucose, ayan, antipyretic to reduce fever. Ayan, those are just some of the examples. And of course, madami-dami pa yan. Okay? And then, doon naman sa isang class natin, ayan, like for example muna before I actually proceed here. Ayan, so yung patient natin, mayroon daw siyang fever. Ayan, nakakalagnat daw siya, tapos masakit yung kanyang katawan. So, pinigay ni doc ng paracetamol. Okay. Saan naka-classify si paracetamol? According to its therapeutic effect. So, pwede siya sa analgesic, pwede rin siya sa antipyretic. So, anong big sabihin nun? Yung isang drug natin, pwede siyang, actually, can belong to more than one. Ayan. Yung isang drug natin, pwede siyang more than one na therapeutic effect. Okay? More than one na therapeutic class. Okay? Because it has more than therapeutic effect. So, madami pa siyang effect na maibibigay. Okay, so, pwede siyang dito, pwede siya dito, pwede siya dyan. Okay? So, yan. Then, next, we have your pharmacology class. Kung paano naman siya nag-work. On how they work. Yan. Kaya dito yung word natin na mechanism of action. Okay? Yan. So, how the drug produce its effect. Okay. So, for example, na lang natin dito sila amlodipine, sila losartan, sila metoprolol. Itong tatlo. Okay? They're actually, para mas makita nyo, no? Amlodipine, amlodipine, losartan, and then si metoprolol. Yan. Lakihin lang natin. Tapos, pare-pareho silang, pare-pareho silang anti-hypertensives. Pang high blood, diba? Pinapababa nila yung ating blood pressure. To reduce our blood pressure. Pero kung paano nila nare-reduce yung blood pressure, magkakaiba sila. Okay, so dun sila magkakaiba kung paano nila nare-reduce yung blood pressure natin. So ito, si amlodipine, isa siyang calcium channel blocker. Yun yung pinaka mechanism of action niya. It blocks calcium channels. Yan. Sa pangalan niya na eh. Ayan. Si losartan, isa siyang angiotensin 2 receptor blocker. Then, si beta blocker, si metoprolol, isa siyang beta blocker. Yan. Hindi nakikita. Ayan. Lakihin na lang natin. Ayan. Isa siyang calcium channel blocker. Yan. Tapos si losartan, isa siyang angiotensin 2 receptor blocker. Si metoprolol, isa siyang beta blocker. Ayan. Magkakaiba sila kung paano sila nag-work, on how they reduce your blood pressure, but they're all the same na anti-hypertensive. So, ibig sabihin nun, meron tayong two or more drugs na pwedeng pareho sila ng therapeutic effect, therapeutic class, pero magkakaiba sila pagdating na sa kanilang pharmacologic actions. Ayan. So, again, these three lower blood pressure, pero pagdating sa pharmacologic class, on how they work, their mechanism of action, again, magkakaiba sila. Okay? Then next, we have according to chemical structures. They are grouped according to their similar chemical structure. So, usually, ginagamit natin ito for drug research and for drug development. Mostly, no? Nag-classify sila according to chemical structure for this. Ayan. For example, na lang for penicillins, ayan, mga silin sa last, because they have that same chemical structure, kaya halos may pare-pareho dun sa pangalan nila. Ayan. So, for cephalosporins, ganun din, mga cef-cef, ayan, sa pangalan cefalexin, ceftriaxone, then sulfonamides, may mga sulf, ayan, sa pangalan nila sulfamethoxazole, ayan, okay, ayan, mga statins, ayan. So, these are according to their chemical structure. Then next, we have for their legal class, according to their legal control and potential for abuse, whether they are OTCs, over-the-counter, di ba? Or, ang para sa akin, no, only for open to customers. Isang ano ko lang yun, OTC. Then we have prescription only, RX, and of course, yung mga controlled substances natin. Hindi naman ibig sabihin kapag OTC, ayan, hindi ibig sabihin na pwede tayong bumili ng mga gamot. Pwede rin natin i-take. Okay? Kasi pwede pa rin po yun mag-cause ng toxicity, ng adverse effects. Okay, so remember that. So again, prescription only, na kailangan ng prescription ng doktor natin, ito, OTC, over the counter, or open to customers. Ayan. Then, of course, the last is according to body system. So, some drugs are actually based on the organ or yung system na naapektuhan niya. So, we have your cardiovascular, your respiratory, CNS, your gastrointestinal drugs, magkakaiba yan. So, kunwari for cardiovascular drugs, meron yung mga antihypertensive natin. Yan. For respiratory, meron tayong mga bronchodilators. For CNS, we have mga anticonvulsants, antidepressants, sedatives. For GI drugs, we have antacids, proton pump inhibitors, mga PPIs natin. So again, why do we need to classify? Helps in drug selection, learning, communication, regulation, ensure safe and rational use. So, tatandaan niyo siya for therapeutic effect, kung para saan, ano ba yung trabaho ng drug natin. Ayan. Pharmacology class, kung paano ba talaga siya mag-work, chemical structure. Kaya dun sa niin nila, most makikita niyo yun. For drug development, for drug researches, and for legal classes, whether they are OTC or prescripted or controlled substances, and according for the body system. Okay. So, okay na tayo sa